All right, let's start with the big story that we are tracking this morning on Wion, where increasing pressure on Pakistan. The United States has now cancelled as much as $300 million in terms of military aid to Islamabad. Now, this is due to the alleged failure of Islamabad to crack down against the terror safe havens which operate within Pakistan. In a statement, Pentagon press officer Lieutenant Colonel Con Faulkner has said, and I quote, "Due to a lack of Pakistani decisive action in support of the South Asia strategy, the $300 million in terms of military aid was reprogrammed by the Defense Department in the month of June-July 2018 timeframe for other urgent priorities." Now, Faulkner has also said that Pakistan was stripped of another $500 million in terms of aid by the US Congress earlier this year to bring the total withheld aid to $800 million. However, the US officials had held out the possibility that Pakistan could in fact win back the financial military aid if it changes its behavior. Now, the suspension of aid comes ahead of an expected visit by US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and also the top US military officer General Joseph Dunford to Islamabad. Now, earlier this year, the President had in fact announced the freeze on coalition support funds over Pakistan's failure to take decisive action against the Taliban and the Haqqani network along the Afghan border. Now, in his New Year address, President Trump had in fact condemned Pakistan for giving nothing in return except for lies and deceit to the United States, which is pouring millions and millions of dollars into Pakistan in terms of military aid to defeat the terrorists at the Af-Pak border. Now, experts believe that the terror safe havens in Pakistan have in fact allowed the Taliban-linked insurgents to plot deadly strikes in Afghanistan, many a time striking targets in the heart of Kabul, an area which is guarded by NATO troops led by the United States. And the Taliban has also been allowed to regroup after several ground offensives.